Please state your names for the record.
Mara Tsudis.
Ladies first. RJ Thieneman.
And credential yourselves about how many movies would you say you see in theaters per year?
7. Is
Is
that too many?
I've seen 7
Too
with you
low.
already this year.
Yeah.
12.
I bet I see
10.
20.
Let's say
20?
20 to 30 a year.
that's fair.
In theaters?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We should get AMC A-list.
you should. You're wasting your money if you don't.
We used to have
Movie Pass.
Movie Pass, but
It went under.
The problem is you guys don't like going out to Burbank. You like to stay here in Pasadena, and that's your...
that's
reason.
true.
It's like
It doesn't
downtown.
work for you.
We also don't like to see movies that we know we won't like.
Yeah.
What movie are you reviewing today?
Avengers.
Avengers.
Endgame.
All right.
Yeah. Endgame, not the first Avengers.
And what are your initial thoughts on this film?
Loved it. I did.
Top. Are we allowed to not be the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
2 humans.
You guys are Avengers that have assembled together to do this review,
Oh, okay.
but you can be like Iron Man and Captain America. You could be constantly bickering all the
This is
time.
Civil War.
I'm gonna
right
say top quarter of the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
I see. Interesting.
but
Oh,
not the top 5.
now. You got 5 movies you like better than Endgame?
Yeah,
Name them.
Iron Man 1,
Fine.
the one before Endgame. What was
Infinity
that?
War?
Infinity War?
100%, because it was about the bad guy. It was way better, and everyone knows the first half of a story is always the best part of the story.
Yeah, but you get all
So,
the nostalgia
Infinity
in
War.
Endgame from all the other movies.
Guardians of the Galaxy,
You just like all the ones.
Ragnarok.
That's not a one.
Probably.
Endgame was better than Ragnarok.
I have Endgame, so I ranked them in my review. Endgame is my number 1.
Yeah, Endgame was amazing.
But Civil War is a number 2. And all the ones that he's naming are right around my top 5.
War
He's
is
not
not even
naming
the best
bad
Captain
movies,
America.
but Endgame was...
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, how did it compare to the film you thought you would be seeing? How did it subvert or live up to your expectations?
I thought it lived up to expectations. For sure. I didn't think it would be as good as the first one, but I thought it would still be good. And it was.
I think it
It was
exceeded.
a little too long.
I think it exceeded my expectations because I'm very bad at predicting movies, and I really liked the time travel aspect and getting to revisit all the other movies. That was a treat.
Did you think it was worth it to see it opening night?
You do?
I do, but it was fun. It's fun to not even have to worry about spoilers and to get there. Also, the energy of that crowd was so much fun. People
Yeah.
cared. People were clapping at the right moments, laughing at the right moments. It was
Yeah.
a good crew.
Yeah. Which I think hurts the movie. Because it was like a good live band where they're not as great album-wise. You know what I mean? It was if I would have seen that on my TV for the first time, sitting alone, it wouldn't have been nearly as good. Because we saw it the first night, and when I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but there are a couple of moments when it's huge nerd moments, and you could everyone was just going insane. It was like a rave.
And you're saying you liked that or didn't like that?
It was awesome. It
Okay.
helped with everything, but that wasn't the movie. That was
He's saying
that
it was
was
the
the-
hype, and
that-
not the movie.
yeah, that was the
Correct.
Comic-Con-ness of where.
But I've said multiple times in this review that I think it's part of this. It's the cinematic experience is what makes this movie.
But I don't
except
think
for
if
me.
I saw that in a cinema 5 weeks later, in a smaller theater, it would have been as good.
I agree with you.
That's why I don't think the movie is as good as the hype of.
You
the
think it
first
has to
one.
hold up week
Yeah.
1 versus week 12?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's fair. That's a fair point. Was there anything you think this movie did exceptionally well or exceptionally poorly?
Can we give anything away?
Yeah, they're below a spoiler line. If they're watching
Oh.
this, they know that spoilers are all fair game.
Unicorn Girl didn't need to be there. Don't know her name.
Brie Larson
No.
from Unicorn Store?
No. The girl who rides the unicorn.
Oh,
kills
oh.
people.
Valkyrie?
That was a
Valkyrie.
total joke. Shouldn't have been in there. Took me out of the movie every time she flew around.
Okay.
I don't know.
What an interesting answer. I think, again, like, those nostalgia bits going through the other movies was done really well.
Yeah.
I really liked the, like, little girl power scenes that were sprinkled in. That was just fun.
RJ liked most of those except for one particular part.
Yeah, no unicorns, excuse me.
It was a Pegasus also. Unicorns don't fly, unicorns have horns.
They don't fly at all?
Duh. No.
I mean, I've seen 4 unicorns in my life and never seen one fly.
Right.
Things that they didn't do well. There were times where it was a little long.
Yeah.
And I get trying to, like, you know, feel that hurt of loss and deal with all of that, but you're like, okay, we know something else is going to happen here. Let's move along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. How do you feel about the pacing of the film? You kind of brought it up, but too fast, too slow, about right?
I like watching it in the theater that night. I thought it was about right. I didn't think that it was.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't think that, like, there were any parts that were super long. Probably if I watched it again, I believe that I would be like, okay, let's get to the good part.
Okay.
I guess.
And any final thoughts?
The funeral thing at the end was weird.
Why?
Because the way it was shot, like, they were very clearly not all up there at the same time, and the way the camera went by, you could see the, like, different green screen cuts of the different people. That, like, kind of took me out of it a little bit.
Okay, start watching it like a human and not like a.
And
It's hard to get all those schedules together. That being said,
I agree.
I didn't notice it.
I didn't notice.
He's the one telling me that they were all there at the same time. I thought it.
Watch it again. It'll be. And then I loved the best scene. One of my favorite top 5 scenes of any Marvel movie was in this movie at the beginning when they chopped Thanos' head off. I thought that was such a well done scene, and you weren't expecting it because it's the beginning of the movie, and you're like, holy shit, they just chopped his head off. I thought it was so great.
It's a game changer.
That was great.
All right. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.